Hi, welcome back to Waxing On. It's Wednesday, and that means classic rock. And today we're going to look at another donated album I received. Actually, it's a CD. It's really not that old, 2016. So well, I suppose now, really, honestly, 7 years old. And it features Eric Clapton. And the album is I Still Do. Now, this one, while it's a CD, I didn't get a booklet with it, but we do get a little bit of a gatefold there with some nice information in it. Got pictures on the back. I don't know there. Looks like it's a pretty harsh time playing guitar. And some good information inside. Now, good cross-section of music on here. He has visited some of his favorite composers. There's ballads, we've got some nice blues in there. It's a pretty good, solid album. Let's just take a look at who's playing on it, and some of those names will sound familiar to you as well. We got Clapton not only on guitar and vocals, but he's branched out into tambourine on this one. Henry Spinetti on drums, Dave Bronze on double bass, Andy Fairweather Low. Electric acoustic guitar backing vocals. Now he's a name that's shown up a lot with on Clapton albums I've seen. So Andy Fairweather Low, a very familiar name for us here. Patrick Carrick on Hammond organ. Keyboard, Chris Staten. You may remember we talked about Chris way back in the Joe Cocker albums. One called Cocker, the one from the movie, Mad Dog's an Englishman. Chris Staten was part of the original Grease band. We've got Simon Climie on keyboards, Dirk Powell accordion, Walt Richmond on keyboards, Ethan Johns percussion, Michelle Johns background vocals, Sharon White background vocals, and Angelo Misterioso doing acoustic guitars and vocals on a song called I'll Be There. Produced by Glyn Johns. Now again, a very familiar name as producer. Let's take a look at some of the music on here. We've got, start off with Alabama Woman Blues. We've got a J.J. Cale tune in here, and I mean, Clapton's connection with J.J. Cale goes back a lot of years. And it's some excellent music, and the two of them just seem to go well together. This was a song called Can't Let You Do It. We've got I'll Be There. Spiral, tune written by Clapton and Andy Fairweather Low, along with Simon Climie. And again, a nice tune in there. Catch the Blues. Cypress Globe. Actually, Catch the Blues is one of Clapton's as well. So he's got a few of these written on here as well. But some of his more familiar composers as well. Stones in My Pathway. Robert Johnson. And we talked about Robert Johnson during the box set back, I believe it was not this past Christmas, the Christmas before, on kind of gift sets or nice gift ideas. Johnson, one of the godfathers of the blues, and certainly one of Clapton's big influences. Another song here, 9, that you don't hear covered very often, Bob Dylan tune, and I know Clapton and Dylan have quite a connection as well, and a lot of Bob's songs get covered. This one, not so much. From the album John Wesley Harding, it was a song called I Dreamt I Saw St. Augustine. And again, very nice twist on this, and like I say, J.J. Cale and Clapton, Bob Dylan and Clapton, they just seem to go together so well. We've got the traditional song, I'll Be All Right, back with J.J. Cale again with Somebody's Knockin'. And then the album closes off with something that, to me, made me smile. It was really surprising. An old crooner tune, I'll Be Seeing You. You know the tune, I'll Be Seeing You in all the old familiar places. Not anything like you would expect off this album. So a real good cross-section of music. We go acoustic, we've got electric blues, we've got the great writers of J.J. Cale, Bob Dylan. We've got Clapton putting his compositions in here. I mean, there's just something for everybody. It was an album I had not been aware of until I received it. I have to admit, I listened to a lot of Clapton quite a few years ago. I kind of gotten away from it lately, but it was nice to go back and revisit what he was doing. I thought his voice sounded a little different, and to tell you the truth, on one of the tunes there, a couple of them, I wouldn't have known it was him if I didn't know it was his album. And that's not a bad thing. I mean, it's just time changing it up. But a good solid album out there. Again, I have to admit I'm not listening to the radio much. I'm not sure how much airplay it's getting, but FM radio would be where you'd go. AM radio, this is not the kind of music they play anymore. Sad to say. I mean, I'm one of those people that when I watch the Grammys or the award shows, I have very little idea who I'm seeing on there. The only people I recognize are the ones they show in the memoriam at the end, you know. Sad to say. But music's changed. I'm still holding on to the past. Still holding on to some great tunes here. So an album to check out on the streaming networks, absolutely. Hard copies, sure. This one, again, it was a discount bin find, or might have been in what am I going to say, a thrift store, bargain store. It was given to me, and a lot of the ones that do come to me come from like yard sales, rummage sales, thrift stores. There's some great music out there. It's not having to go, you know, and sort through and find it in expensive places. These things, some of these albums are available at a really reasonable price. It's just a matter of searching through and looking for them. So that's it for today. We're kind of revisiting Eric Clapton in 2016 to see what he's up to. Well worth checking out. Take a look at it. Well, take a listen to it. If you're lucky enough to get a hard copy, you can take a listen and a look. But anyways, have some fun with Clapton today. That's it for Wednesday. We'll see you on Friday. Until then, everybody take care. Stay safe. Thanks for stopping by.